Welcome to another episode of Artificial Radio, where we delve into the fascinating world of pop culture and critical analysis. Today, we are excited to explore the topic of representations of global injustices in the Netflix series What Are We Missing Out? As a thought-provoking and often uncomfortable watch, What Are We Missing Out offers a scathing critique of our modern-day social and economic systems, highlighting the inequalities and injustices that persist in our globalized world. From climate change to labor rights, technology to consumerism, the show doesn't shy away from tackling the tough issues that we often turn a blind eye to. But what does it mean when a show like this uses the platform of entertainment? How do the creators use storytelling and drama to drive home their points and inspire change? Join us as we dissect the ways in which What Are We Missing Out represents global injustices and what it reveals about our collective values and priorities. Let's dive deeper into this issue. Global injustices are a rampant, pervasive, and persistent problem that touches every corner of the globe. From economic disparities and lack of access to basic necessities like clean water, sanitation, and health care, to social injustices like racism, sexism, and homophobia, these issues have a profound impact on people's lives, especially the most vulnerable among us. In fact, statistics suggest that globally, nearly 2.7 billion people lack access to improved sanitation, 940 million people have no electricity, and over 850 million people are without a sufficient means to grow, maintain, and collect enough food. The disproportionate effects of these global injustices on certain populations are often rooted in colonialism, slavery, apartheid, and other historical power dynamics that have led to systemic inequalities. For instance, indigenous communities continue to battle for the right to self-determination, clean water, and basic human rights in countries like Canada, Australia, and the United States. When it comes to representation in media, these global injustices are often reduced to simplistic or inaccurate portrayals, perpetuating stereotypes and exacerbating existing power imbalances. Take, for example, the depiction of poverty in media. Often, it's reduced to a lone figure, struggling to make ends meet, rather than a community facing systemic barriers to economic mobility. Or, in the case of environmental injustices, entire communities are left out of essential narratives, such as the voices of marginalized communities in the United States who are disproportionately affected by climate change, pollution, and displacement. It's essential that we represent these global injustices in an authentic and nuanced way, showcasing the complexity, depth, and diversity of those impacted by these issues. By doing so, we can start to shift the dialogue and challenge the status quo, working towards a more equitable and just world. In our next conversation, we'll explore some strategies for how media can better represent these global injustices, paving the way for a more inclusive and compassionate storytelling.